Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing good. So in the last video you would have seen how I use my very own DIY silicone inlays in epoxy resin. I made the inlays 2 videos back, so everything will be linked here for you. In this video I am using them in Jesmonite, and I'm also trying something completely different, and that is to stick some Jesmonite to Jesmonite. Check this out. How gorgeous does this look? Honestly, it was tricky, but it was fun and well worth it. This video is also in collaboration with Cherryz. So Cherryz is an online store selling absolutely everything you need for your home essentials delivered straight to your door. And they contacted me and asked if I would like to choose a few things, but I really wanted to be intentional with what I chose. I didn't just want to choose all of the things I fell in love with, because there was quite a lot there. I actually went in it with the mindset of Claire's Crafty Corner. What can I choose from Cherryz that is going to actually help me in Claire's Crafty Corner, help me in my studio, and help me with the work that I do? So it was very intentional from my perspective. I really hope you like what I got, and I've got a reason for pretty much 90% of the things I got. There are a couple of things in there that I absolutely did not need, but I wanted, and they are giving you a whopping 25% off your very first order with Cherryz. Download the app. The app was so easy to use. It's so clear. They sell everything from pet care, baby care, home care, laundry essentials, hair care, skin care. Honestly, they've even got a car care section. So they've got so much on there. All of your essentials that you could possibly need delivered to your door. I got myself quite a haul, and it is all gonna really help me in Claire's Crafty Corner, bar maybe 3 things, but you'll see why I needed them. Of everything I got, like seriously, there's so much here, starting off with cleaning. Don't all pass out. You know I hate to clean, but these are actually going to be used for my Jesmonite ceiling. You've seen that in previous videos. Microfiber cloths were so cute in colours. I got 3 packs because they're gorgeous. Multi-surface wipes. Of course, I use these to wipe down my surfaces. Now, baby wipes will be used mostly to get resin off my hands if I get any spillages. I also got 2 microwavable plate covers, not for my microwave, but for my epoxy resin to keep the dust off. Now, the good old surface sprays. I got my Flash, I got my Dettol. They've got all the brand names on there, guys, and I love Zoflora. They've got all of the Zoflora, cucumber and mint. Hadn't smelt this before. Stunning. This one, cypress and sea sage. Oh my goodness me. And of course, linen fresh. Yes, I've already opened it. I also got a huge roll of kitchen towel because you can never have too much when you're cleaning your craft room. And I got my 2 spray bottles for those Zofloras because they need to be diluted. They have a craft section, so I got myself some cocktail sticks to get the air bubbles out of resin, kitchen scissors, which we'll be using in the craft room. Now, my ceiling clips will be used for my air dry clay and my polymer clay bags because at the moment they're just kind of screwed up. Guys, they had wet and dry sandpaper. How perfect for Jesmonite. A multiple of grits, really handy. Got myself a baking tray for my polymer clay because I've been using the ones from our kitchen. Got some blue tack, can never have enough blue tack. The next item I didn't really need, but I kind of fell in love with. You know how much I love tropical. Everything is under control, which of course it's not ever in my craft room. Look at this print. Oh my gosh, fell in love. And the leopard print pencil was so cute. Got myself some paintbrushes. You can never have too many paintbrushes. And I got myself a pack of 2 measuring jugs for my Jesmonite. So it's all coming in so handy. I also got this gorgeous cork lidded glass jar. Now, I'm actually going to use this to hold my cocktail sticks. I got 2 so I can hold my cotton buds, all for my craft work. This one, didn't need it, but loved it, wanted it. Tropical print, gorgeous little drinks bottle. Now they have a stationery section. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on. I actually got this for George the puppy. Now, you all know we recently just got George. I actually wanted a folder to keep all of his documents in, and this was perfect. So of course I couldn't go without getting him a couple of little bags of puppy treats. Onto this body care, skin care, hair care. I got myself some coffee body scrub. Not sure how this fits with Claire's Crafty Corner, but just know that I'm going to smell great. I got myself some hair ties. If you know, you know. I've got 1,000 of these lying around and I can only find one. Hand cream, so important for me. My hands dry out all the time. I'm forever washing them with the Jesmonite. Into personal care, I picked up my favourite Dove deodorant. If you wonder what I smell like, this is it. And I also smell like this. I use these brands already. They've got all of the brand names. So it was, yeah, I did pick up. I mean, I don't really know how they relate to Claire's Crafty Corner, but I do have aprons. My aprons are going to smell amazing. And I picked up some Unstoppables. Cannot go wrong with a minky cloth. This will probably be in my kitchen. Now, onto the most important section, snacks, treats, sweets, biscuits. Picked up some wine gums, some McVitie's digestives. They are elite. Pack of 4 flake bars from Cadbury's. I'm sorry guys, I know these aren't really Crafty Claire related, but I need them. I need them. I also picked up some Revels, the coffee, elite. I also picked up some shortbread and some jammy Dodgers, okay, because I'm sorry, you need snacks. Crisps, my absolute go-to are Frazzles. Who does not love a Frazzle? This last section, definitely the most important. I hope you really like what I got. Honestly, I'm so excited to use it all. I need all of the help I can get because if you know me, you know that I'm not a natural cleaner. It doesn't come naturally to me. And those items at the end are very much needed. They are needed. Every craft room needs snacks. So I was really, really happy to see they've got a huge amount of snack options and sweets options. But all of the details for your Cherries discount will be in my description box below. Download the app. It is so simple to use. And enjoy. We're going to crack on with the video now. And I hope you absolutely love these. So to recap on the last video where I used these in epoxy resin, these were the results. I absolutely loved them. Now the last time I used these inlays, I placed them down into the resin and I made a mess. So they did get quite a lot of resin on the backs. What you need to do is make sure that you get all of that resin off before you place it down into your silicone mould. So I'm just using sellotape here to get all of that excess resin off. It does the job. It really works perfectly. And then it's going to create a gorgeous static suction between that and the silicone. Now the molds I'm using in this video are by Moulds and Shapes, my absolute favourite molds of 2022. The one on the right is called the Royal Coaster mould. The one on the left is the candle holder. It holds a tea light perfectly. You would have seen me use these in previous videos as well, but I just thought for what I'm using the Ammonite molds for, they're going to be perfect. So I do the same to the little one and I've put them all at the end. I've left a gap here that is going to house the candle holder when I demold it. Now, Jesmonite Code Pigment. I know this has been discontinued, so I'm very well aware that a lot of you might not be able to recreate in this colour, but this small pot was from Resinate, and actually one of my amazing patrons sent it to me in the post, so I have to use it. It is such a beautiful colour and it's going to give me that sandy effect that I was kind of looking for. Like when ammonites are discovered in rocks and cliff faces and things like that. I just thought it would be a perfect colour for it. I put a lot in. I put way too much in, so you can see me here scooping some out where I know the silicone inlays are not sitting underneath, so I'm not going to dislodge them. So just go slowly and that shouldn't happen if you're watching what you're doing. The rest of this Jesmonite in the Code colour I am pouring into the candle holder. Now, it's not enough to fill it up, so I am topping this up with a Code Marble Jesmonite. So this is just a drop of Code added to natural marble, natural Jesmonite, and I'm just pouring it into the candle holder in a swirly design to give me that gorgeous marble. I feel like on demold it's going to create a beautiful contrast. So this is 38 minutes later and it is time to demold to find out how my silicone inlays have done with Jesmonite. And oh my gosh, I love them. I love them so much. There's no other words. I just think they're absolutely beautiful. They look exactly like they would look if you were actually going ammonite hunting. If you were chiseling out some rocks and found your ammonites in there, I just love them. And I love that I've put a cluster of 3 there together because it really does give that Royal Coaster mould so much detail. Demolding the tea light holder now, and I am so happy that I decided to do the marble base because actually the amount of Jesmonite I put in there, you wouldn't realise how shallow it was. There wasn't as much as I thought. So the marble dominates this and I love it. Placed up against the coaster the way it does, oh my gosh, the contrast is beautiful. Now I didn't really just want to leave it there. So moving on, I'm not going to use my actual silicone inlays for the next thing because I want to create a 3D ammonite on the candle holder. Never done this before, guys, so I didn't practice this. This is me doing it for the first time. So the mistakes I'm about to make, you are here with me to learn with me. The mold you can see on screen right now is from Red Hot Moulds, but this is the old design. Before he started using red silicone, you probably won't be able to get it in pink anymore. They are now in red, but you've seen them as well in previous videos. My thought process was, don't do this. My thought process was, put some tape underneath that Ammonite mould, rest my pot down on top of it, and pull the tape up around the pot so tightly that the Ammonite mould will kind of stick there. But then I realised it's not working. It started pouring out everywhere. I got in such a mess. And actually, all I needed to do was just use one Ammonite at a time. So I wiped off all of the drippy Jesmonite that had got all over the pot and just seeped everywhere, and it was so messy. But listen, I'm here to show you how to do it and how not to do it, okay, so you don't make the same mistakes. I decided that 2 Ammonites at a time was just too much, so I just rested the pot on one of the Ammonite. The only reason I poured the 2 is because I had the Jesmonite there. Now, on demold, as you can see, absolute mess. This is 30 minutes after. So you have still got the luxury of time. It's not that it's super soft, but it is chiselable. You can chip away at it at this point. You can chip away at it without damaging the pot underneath. So do be careful if you are using your craft knife the way I am here. Probably not the safest, but I was really focusing so hard on what I was doing to try and chisel away a lot of this excess Jesmonite that has seeped on before sanding. It's just easier to get the majority of it out of the way before you go in with a sander. I did try to rip this off. It was not budging. So we all know that Jesmonite sticks to Jesmonite, and I'm sorry, but I'm in love. I absolutely love this. Now again, I'm not saying it's my original idea. I've not seen it anywhere. So if you have tried this technique, of course do let me know. And yeah, here I am continuing on to just chip away at the excess Jesmonite, and it is working. It really is working. You just have to go slowly. If you go too hard or too deep, you might actually scratch the pot, and we don't want that. We don't want the pot scratched. As soon as I felt like I had chiseled away enough Jesmonite to make the sanding process easier and it won't be a complete chore, then I was happy to just go ahead and get my sanding paper out. I actually did use some wet dry sandpaper. I didn't have the Cherryz order at this point, so I do use my own wet dry sandpaper, but of course that would of course come in handy. Do you know what I mean? If I had it. So I did actually take it into the bathroom and use my wet dry sandpaper in the bucket of water that I've got in my bathroom, and I just made sure that I kept it wet while I was sanding, and I just went all around the edges. I started off with a 300 grit, but I ended on a 1200 grit because the 300 grit left scratches and the 1200 grit actually removed the scratches, so I was left with a smooth surface, and I love it. I love it. They couldn't go together more perfectly. Of course, the perfect way to finish this off would be to add a twine tassel, maybe with some natural wooden beads. I didn't do that in this video because I wasn't 100% sure that that was the avenue I wanted to go down. But if you think a twine tassel, like you know the ones I've made in previous videos, a twine tassel with natural wooden beads, do you think that would look good on here? Because it definitely needs something. It needs a tassel, it needs a tag of some kind. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've tried this technique. I hope you've really loved it. I have really loved making my own silicone inlay, and those videos are going to be either left here in cards or they're going to be in the description box below. And yeah, I absolutely love it. So the Ammonite you can see that I'm placing here, that was just leftover Jesmonite. Didn't want to waste it. How beautiful do these look together? They are so organic and natural looking for that kind of boho vibe home. Does that make any sense? It's boho, isn't it? Especially with a twine tassel. I hope you've really loved this. I've absolutely adored, like I said, making my own silicone DIY inlay. Cannot wait to make more. The possibilities are endless with this one. Definitely want to make some seashells. I think seashells are just going to elevate as well, elevate your Jesmonite to the next level. Really loved it. I hope you do too. All of the details in the description box below. And do not forget your Cherryz 25% off discount will also be in the description box below. Thank you all so much if you have stayed this long. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.